Welcome back. I had one last place to visit while I was in Kenya. So far, every place I had been had exceeded my expectations. But the whole reason I went to Kenya was to see the Great Migration. So off to Masai Mara we went. The Great Migration happens every year as wildebeest move between Masai Mara in Kenya and Serengeti National Park in Tanzania. Millions of wildebeest, along with zebras and gazelle, move throughout the seasons following the rains. The most well-known part is when the animals reach the Mara River and attempt to cross the river as crocodiles lie in wait. Most people think that the crossing happens once and it is over. However, as our guide explained, the animals will cross back and forth following the rain for better grass. The largest crossing usually happens around June or July, and smaller ones throughout August and September. Although the river crossing looks like a frantic leap, the smaller ones at least are usually well calculated by the wildebeest. One of my longest days in the saddle as a photographer was sitting on top of a jeep waiting for the wildebeest to cross the Mara River. We found a herd that acted like it was going to cross early in the day. However, we weren't going to be that lucky. The wildebeest would go to the river's edge, one would leave the group and scout the bank, crocodiles would gather, and if the scout didn't feel safe, then it would turn back and the herd would leave the river to regroup. This happened several times throughout the day as I sat on top of the jeep. As the day began to dwindle and we were going to have to leave, I thought the long day would be for nothing. As we prepared to leave, another herd came to the river and took the leap. The crossing was on. Within minutes, a cloud of dust filled the air as hundreds of animals crossed. The action paused for a moment when one animal got stuck, but when it made it safely, more followed. It took only a few minutes for hundreds of animals to cross. When the dust settled, we left for camp. It was a long day, but well worth the wait. I guess you can't blame the wildebeest for taking their time. When you're staring down a few Nile crocodile, it would probably be wrong to be hasty with your decision. The crossing we watched did not have any casualties. By the time the wildebeest crossed, the crocodiles did not seem interested. Several actually sat on the bank and watched. Before the herd crossed, I did get to watch a crocodile feed on a dead wildebeest. A regrettable part of seeing the crossing is the fact of seeing the cycle of life and death. The river crossing is something I will never forget and hope to someday witness again. Until next time, keep exploring.